In this very lesson, we shall be looking at addition and subtraction of algebraic expression. Addition and subtraction of algebraic expression. With our previous knowledge on addition and subtraction of fractions, when you have 2 over 1 over 2 plus 2 over 3. Now what do? Now we find the LCM of the denominators and then we express each fraction in terms of the LCM. So we are going to find the LCM. So the LCM of the denominators, we have 2 times 3, that gives us what? 6. So the LCM of 2 and 3 is what? 6. Then we express this fraction in terms of the LCM. We express this fraction in terms of the LCM. So we have 2 into 6, how many times? We have 3. And then we use the 3 to multiply the numerator. And that gives us what? 3. Plus 3 into 6, that gives us 2. We use the 2 to multiply the numerator. And that gives us what? 4. So 3 plus 4 gives us what? 7 all over 6. So we are going to base on this very concept in adding and subtracting algebraic fractions together. So let's take some few examples and then see how it goes. So we have our first example. We have to simplify 2a over 3 minus a minus b all over what? 2. We have to simplify. So applying the same concept in addition and subtraction of fractions, what we are going to do is that we are going to find the LCM of the denominators. So we know that the LCM, the lowest common multiple of 3 times 2 will give us what? 6. Then we express each fraction in terms of the LCM. That's what we are going to do. So we have 2a all over 3 minus a minus b all over 2. Now the LCM is what? 6. So we are going to express this fraction in terms of the LCM, this fraction in terms of the LCM. So this is how we do it. 3 will go into 6 how many times? Or how many times will 3 divide 6? We have what? 2. Then we use the 2 to multiply the numerator. So 2 times 2a will give us what? 4a. Then we have our minus sign. Then we move on to the next fraction. 2 into 6 how many times? Or how many times will 2 divide 6? We have 3. Then we use the 3 to multiply the numerator. So we are going to get 3 multiplying a minus what? b. So we are going to get 4a minus 3 times a will give us what? Minus 3a. Minus 3 times minus b will give us what? Positive 3b. All over what? The LCM. Let's continue from here. So we have to simplify. So we have to group like terms. We have 4a and then 3a. So these two terms are like terms, so we can subtract them. So 4a minus 3a will give us what? A. And then we have plus what? 3b all over what? 6. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So I'm going to give you some example and then you try your hands on it. Make sure you pause the video. You try your hands on it. So you pause the video, you try your hands on this. So let's solve it together. We have 1 over x minus 1 plus 1 over x plus 1. So we have a fraction, algebraic fraction. So what we are going to do is that we find the LCM of the denominators. So the LCM is going to be what? X minus 1, x plus 1. So we have x minus 1 and then what? X plus 1. This is the LCM of the denominators. Good. So we have x minus 1, x plus 1. Then we express each fraction in terms of the LCM. So how many times will x minus 1 go into x minus 1, x plus 1? So it means that this will go into the whole of this LCM, this. Because this will cancel this and we are left with what? This. So we are going to use this to multiply the numerator. So we are going to get 1 times this will give us what? X plus 1. Then we have our addition sign. Now this into the LCM will give us what? This, the minus. We are going to use this to multiply the LCM, and that is going to give us x minus 1. Or in other words, after finding the LCM, then we do what we call cross multiply. This will multiply this, this will multiply that, and then we write it here. So we have x plus 1 times this will give us this, x minus 1 times this will give us what? That. Very, very easy. So after that, let's simplify. So we have x plus 1 plus x minus what? 1 all over the LCM x minus 1, x plus 1. So we can group like terms, x and then 1 and 1. So when we group the like terms, we are going to get x plus x will give us 2x, and then 1 minus 1 will give us what? 0. So we are left with 2x all over x minus 1, x plus 1. Very, very easy. I guess you had this very answer. Let's take our next example. So we are to simplify these algebraic fractions together. So we have a fraction with denominators x minus 5, x minus 2. So the first thing that we are supposed to do is to find the LCM, lowest common multiple. So the LCM of the denominators are x minus 5, x minus 2. So the LCM is what? X minus 5, x minus 2. So we are going to get 3 over x minus 5 minus what? 6 all over x minus 2. So we know that the LCM is x minus 5, x minus 2. Then we express this fraction in terms of the LCM. So after finding the LCM, as I said earlier on, we can cross multiply, can use this to multiply, and then we use this one also to multiply. It's the same thing. Or we use the denominator of the first fraction to divide the LCM. Or we use the denominator of the first fraction to divide the LCM. So x minus 5 into the LCM will give us what? This, x minus 2. And then we use this to multiply the 3, which is the same as using this to multiply that. So we are going to get 3 multiplying 3x minus 2. And then after that, we move on to the second fraction. We have x minus 2 into the LCM. We are getting this very part. So we are going to use this to multiply what? 6. And that is the same as multiply it in this very way. So we have minus 6 x minus what? 5. So after that, we simplify. So we have 3 times x will give us what? 3x. 3 times minus 2 will give us minus 6. This times this will give us minus 6x. And then this times 3 will give us what? 30. All over the LCM, x minus 5, x minus 2. So after expanding the bracket, we simplify. We group the like terms and then we simplify. So when we simplify, we are going to get 3x minus what? 6x. We group the like terms. So we have 3x minus 6x, and then we have minus 6 plus what? 30. All over the LCM. So 3x minus 6x will give us minus what? 3x. And then minus 6 plus 30 will give us plus what? 24. All over the LCM. Very, very easy and then simple. We will take our last two examples and then we run out of here. So kindly pause the video and then try and answer on these very examples. So let's take the example 4. We have to simplify 1 all over x minus 1 plus 1 over x squared minus 1. So the first thing that we are supposed to do is what? To find the LCM. By looking at this very denominator, it is difference of two squares and it can be expressed as x minus 1, x plus 1. When you simplify this, you are going to get this. So we call this difference of two squares and it can be expressed as this. So in place of this, we can substitute this as our denominator. Good. So the LCM for this is going to be, so let's write the LCM. So the LCM is going to be x minus 1, x minus 1, and then plus 1. So the LCM is going to be what? X minus 1, x plus 1. Or you can choose to write this as your LCM. So we have the LCM to be x minus 1, x plus 1. X minus 1 into the LCM, we are getting this. So we are getting 1 plus s or s plus 1 multiplying 1. So we have x plus 1 multiplying that. Now, this into that gives us what? 1. Because you say that this can be expressed as this. So this going to this is giving us what? 1. So we are going to get 1 times 1 will give us what? 1. I believe you are following. In the beginning, I said that s squared minus 1 is difference of 2 squared and it can be expressed as this. So this is the same as s squared minus 1. So s squared minus 1 into s squared minus 1 is equal to 1. And then we use the 1 to multiply the numerator. So 1 times 1 will give us equal to 1. Good. So we have x plus 1 plus 1 all over what? The LCM, x minus 1, x plus 1. So we have x plus what? 1 plus 1 will give us 2 all over x minus 1, x plus 1. Very, very easy and then simple. I guess you have this very answer. Let's try our answer the last example and then you go. So looking at this, what do? We find the LCM. So the LCM is going to be what? X plus 4, x minus what? 3. So we are just going to write our LCM x plus 4, x minus what? 3. So x plus 4 into the LCM will give us what? X minus 3. And then we use this to multiply the numerator. So we have 6, x minus what? 3. Then we have our addition sign. X minus 3 into the LCM, we are getting this. This will cancel this, we are left with this. So this multiplying the numerator, we have 2x plus 1 multiplying x plus what? 4. Then after that, we expand and simplify. 6 times x will give us 6x. 6 times 3 will give us what? 18. We have plus. Then we expand this bracket, binomial expansion. 2x times x will give us 2x squared. 2x times 4 will give us 8x. 1 times x will give us x. 1 times 4 will give us 4. All over the LCM, x plus 4, x minus 3. Then after that, we group like terms and then we simplify. So we have 6x, 8x, and then x. We can group the like terms. Okay, so let's continue from here. So we have 6x and then 8x, so plus 8x and then plus what? X. Then we have plus 2x squared and then group the numbers. 8 minus 18x and then plus 4. So 4 minus what? 18. All over the LCM, x plus 4, x minus what? 3. So 6x plus 8x will give us what? 14x. Plus x will give us what? 15x. So we have 15x. Then we have plus 2x squared. Then 4 minus 18 will give us what? Minus 14. All over the LCM, x plus 4, x minus 3. And that is that. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. I'm going to give you some few tutorial questions. You pause the video, you try your hands on them. So these are your tutorial set questions. Kindly pause the video, you try your hands on them. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. If you are new on this very channel, kindly like, share, and then most importantly, subscribe to this very channel for more updates to come. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.